Bitcoin bulls, watch out. 6 hours ago, BlackRock sold $980 million worth of Bitcoin, but little do they know that they are selling exactly at this support zone. Are the prices of Bitcoin about to explode? Let's analyze.
My crypto paradise.
Hello ladies and gentlemen of Paradise Club, this is Simon from My Crypto Paradise. Today is Tuesday, new week ahead of us. Welcome back, let's analyze Bitcoin. So previously we have been analyzing Bitcoin. I have told you that with the highest probability Bitcoin will start crashing from the higher levels of $117,000 to the downside. We knew what kind of pattern we are forming, and as you can see Bitcoin crashed perfectly from here by around 5%. Right now we can see that we are at our support zone, but some big guys are selling in here. So does it mean that we are about to start crashing? Let's analyze. We will start with some insider data. Let's have a look what happened previously. We knew that the long positions are gonna be trapped, right? Because they have been buying right here to the resistance. The big boys basically placed loads of sell walls right above it, so the price couldn't go and break through easily, and the longs got trapped. We have been seeing the net long positions increasing on this topping candle, ladies and gentlemen, together with the open interest. So we knew that this final push is a retail liquidity, and the big boys been using it as an exit liquidity, right? So I have told you with the highest probability we will have a long squeeze to the downside. That's exactly what happened. We have started crashing to the downside. Well, and right now, ladies and gentlemen, something similar is happening, all right, after we have liquidated all of that long positions, as you can see right here on this index. With the biggest liquidation happened actually on this first candle, all right? As you can see, all of that long positions that have been trapped right here, most of the leverage positions been already liquidated once this first big candle got executed. And afterwards, ladies and gentlemen, people got in panic mode, right? And what happened is the opposite of what happened at the top right here. Well, they have started to shorting crazily, right? And take a look at this candle right here. Take a look at the net short positions. Huge increase, yeah? Huge increase together with the open interest. And it seems like the short positions are right now trapped. And the opposite thing is happening right here. Long squeeze was with the highest probability gonna happen right now. Short positions are basically very vulnerable. All right, so let's confirm that on funding rates. As you can see, the current funding rates are kinda negative. That confirms that there is more short positions in the market than long positions, aka market makers love to liquidate retail, and with the highest probability it's gonna happen. What's happening right now, they have been trying to make the retail to panic sell because they have placed loads of sell walls right here above the price action. So the price action tried to push and to start recovering to the upside, but it couldn't. And as you can see right now, these sell walls worth millions and millions of dollars are gone. So the price can have a free ride to the upside. Of course, there are some here, right here, but the main cluster got disappeared. But does it mean that with the highest probability we will start pushing to the upside? This is not enough, right? We need to analyze perfectly also the charts. So we will go through weekly, we will go through daily. We need to analyze properly the technical analysis, right, on Bitcoin, and we will go also through 1 hour time frame. So first of all, and in the next video we will go through dollar index. It's perfectly following our analysis, the double three pattern from the previous videos that I have recorded for you weeks ago here on YouTube. Smash the like button if you are enjoying these videos. So let's analyze weekly time frame, ladies and gentlemen. We will quickly recapitulate what's going on so you are in the picture and you know exactly what's with the highest probability gonna happen next on the weekly time frame. So first of all, you need to understand that with the highest probability the ultra high time frame first wave is already finished, yeah? It finished right here at around $109,000. As you know, the first wave of an impulse is a motive mode wave, isn't it? So as you can see right here on our website mycryptoparadise.com and our MCP free university, where you are getting on daily basis better and better at your technical skills, you know that that the first wave of an impulse is a motive mode wave. That means it subdivides itself into 5 smaller waves itself. Calculate with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since 2023, you know that we have been calling right here on YouTube and also on Telegram that the bull market is starting. That's why we have been accumulating right here. And then I've told you right here that we are about to see a recovery. We have seen a recovery. We have crashed by around 30%, and I am still not convinced with this price action to the upside that this uptrend can continue, because I know that the secondary waves, ladies and gentlemen, the secondary waves needs to follow some corrective mode wave formation, right? So these corrective mode waves, the secondary waves, are usually a deep correction. That means they are retracing more than 50% of the first wave. With the highest probability, we will touch once again $44,000 before we start the most impulsive third wave that will take us towards $240,000, ladies and gentlemen. And as you already know, the secondary corrective mode waves are usually zigzags, but there is sometimes an exceptions, and they can be also what? Flat patterns, exactly. And in the case we are having right now from the idealized corrective wave formation, it's going to be an expanded flat downward, obviously, where the C wave is to the downside, and it's forming in a motive mode wave structure. With the highest probability, it's going to be an impulse. So that means we need to make 5 moves to the downside, right? So after we have created the first A wave from that expanded flat, that's a corrective mode wave, zigzag, then a B wave, also a zigzag, and with the highest probability, we are right now starting the C wave, which will be an impulse. That means it's gonna subdivide itself into 5 smaller waves, alright? So what are the bearish signals right here on the weekly time frame? There are a couple of them, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, take a look what basically finished the bull trend right here in January. This shooting star candlestick pattern confirmed by this bearish engulfing. So let's take a look what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. After shooting star candlestick pattern that is usually visible at the top of the top trends, you know that with the highest probability, this is a reversal sign, and we are gonna have a trend in an opposite direction, alright? And right now we are not having one shooting star candlestick pattern but 2. So we have also created a double top formation exactly at our important resistance level, $121,000. And right now with the highest probability, because we are also reclaiming this channel that been holding the price action in the upside momentum, ladies and gentlemen, we are right now breaking it to the downside, and we are also trying to have a proper reclaim, ladies and gentlemen. And it's nicely confluencing with the Elliott wave theory, right? Because the first motive mode wave is also a motive mode wave, as I already said, and that means it needs to subdivide itself into 5 smaller waves. With the highest probability, as you already know, we have finished the first wave that finished beautifully at our moving average trend line, and right now I don't believe the secondary wave is yet finished, and we will calculate the subwaves and understand why. So first of all, what's bearish is all of this, right? The Elliott wave count, also the attempt for a bearish reclaim of that channel, trying to turn this support into a resistance. So given all of this understanding, am I looking on the weekly time frame for some long positions? Well, so far not, right? We are also having another shooting star candlestick pattern on the weekly time frame right here, which is another bearish sign. So I'm basically waiting for some nice trading short opportunities where I will be able to have a great entry. I will be able to place a stop loss very tightly to the entry price, and with the Paradise Family VIPs, we will be targeting very far away targets, because as you know, the first wave, it's gonna finish with the highest probability at around $88,000. All of this will basically, after we will get enough confirmations, will allow us to create a high probability trade with a great risk to reward trading opportunity, alright? And these kind of trades are very important if you are looking to be long-term profitable in crypto trading. So I do believe the first wave was finished. Secondary is right now in creation, alright? Once we will have a confirmations of the secondary wave formation to be concluded, we will be targeting nice short positions to the downside, and we will firstly target $94,000, then we will go and create the 4th wave, and the 5th wave should take us towards here, ladies and gentlemen. Together with that, what's also bearish, another bearish points for the bears, ladies and gentlemen. The bearish divergence right here on the attempt of breaking above the previous high, previous $121,000 resistance, ladies and gentlemen. We have created a bearish divergence. As you can see, the price action started to move to the upside. We have created a higher high, but the indicator created a lower high. Together with this bearish cross, it's a confirmed bearish divergence with a great amount of probabilities because of that bearish cross, right? So when the higher high is increasing on the price, but the indicator, the oscillator is creating lower highs, that basically tells us that the momentum of the bulls is decreasing and they are getting weaker and getting exhausted. And that's usually where the bears can step in and start taking over and changing the trend in an opposite direction. So nothing bullish right here. So again, am I looking for long positions or short positions? I'm looking for short positions upon confirmations on the weekly time frame. The only time I will be longing right here on the weekly time frame is if we will reclaim this resistance, turn it into a support. At that time, I will be targeting with Paradise Family VIPs the $135,000 resistance, the next major one. But at the moment, it seems like it's gonna come up with a much lower probability. Let's zoom in right now on the daily time frame. Let's understand the price action. So as you can see, it's beautifully stopped this price action to the downside at our support zone that I've been sharing with you in the previous video. Previously, it was a resistance, right? And it seems like right now we are reclaiming that. But on the daily time frame, I will explain to you why am I not also looking for some high time frame long positions, some swing plus long positions at the moment, all right? But 4-hour and 1-hour time frame might be a little bit different. Wait for it. But first of all, I want to share with you that another confirmation why with the highest probability the zigzag in which this ascending channel been trading in is already finished as well. Because you know that the zigzag is basically special pattern, Elliott wave pattern. I don't have the picture right here, but I will share it with you from our website. It's a special pattern that is basically subdividing itself into 3 smaller waves, A, B, C, and the A and C waves are motive mode waves. That means the C wave is also usually an impulse. Basically, it subdivides itself into 5 smaller waves. That's how you can confirm that it has been finished. Calculate with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? With the 5th one finished and been confirmed basically once this daily candle closed below the previous low. This told us with the highest probability the 5th wave will not be an extension towards $135,000. And another confirmation was this reclaim below this ascending trend line that had been basically holding the price action in the upward momentum before. So right now with the highest probability, the first wave of the new motive mode wave to the downside was already finished, this one, right? And we are right now in a creation of the secondary wave. I will explain to you why with the highest probability it wasn't finished yet, and we might have a deep retest of this ascending trend line, turning it deeply from support into a resistance, and also retesting one more time this VPVR and maybe even higher this 618 and 786 Fibonacci retracement levels that I have analyzed by calculating the 5th wave, this one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. But on the daily time frame, am I looking for some long positions? I'm not. Multiple reasons why. Another bearish divergence. As you can see, the histogram is making higher high, but a price action created a lower high. This is a bearish divergence, ladies and gentlemen, and you know already which one. It's a hidden bearish divergence. Lower high, higher high. It's basically told us that the momentum of the bulls is increasing, alright? But as you can see, somebody strong was distributing right here on the buy and liquidity and basically didn't allow the price to create higher high as well as the indicator made. Alright, so the momentum got really exhausted right here. Somebody distributed on that momentum, and that's why we have created this bearish divergence. Alright, together with this bearish cross, it's pretty scary, ladies and gentlemen. It's not bullish at all, but I'm looking for some upward momentum on the lower time frames, on medium time frame and lower time frame, because I want to see a nice reclaim of this RSI indicator. You know, break we have already got, but I want to see changing it from a support. Previously it was acting as a support into a resistance. Yeah, so more confirmations needed for short positions, but the same way as I'm waiting with the Paradise team on the weekly time frame for some nice shorting opportunities on the daily time frame as well, ladies and gentlemen. With Paradise Family VIPs on the medium time frame, we have been already closing our short positions that we have been opening forming right here on Bitcoin. Shout out to ParadiseFamilyVIPs. And at the moment we are at support, so we have closed short positions at support. We are not doing what most of the people are doing right now. They are increasing their short exposure in panic right here at the bottom. We are not doing that. Why? Multiple reasons why. We are at support. On RSI we have a bullish divergence with a cross right now. We are not having on MACD histogram bullish divergence just yet, but we are quite oversold, ladies and gentlemen, alright? And this RSI bullish divergence where we are creating lower low on the RSI, higher low on the price action is quite significant. Let's also analyze the corrective mode secondary wave subwaves, alright? Because as you know, with the highest probability, it's a zigzag with an extended C wave, ladies and gentlemen. And by understanding the subwaves, we will know where it's gonna finish with the highest probability. So the A wave, as you already know, is a motive mode wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 moves to the upside, finished right here. Then we needed a B wave, ABC, zigzag, C wave finished right here. And then we need to have the primary C wave, right? Which is also a motive mode wave. 1, 2, 3. As I've told you in the previous video, this is basically an expanded triangle, ladies and gentlemen. And I have told you with the highest probability it's going to finish right here. We have analyzed this Fibonacci retracement level 618 and 786 by taking a look at this third wave. And as you can see, the price stopped exactly at there, but it also finished at the price territory of the first and secondary wave. That means this is a motive mode wave, ladies and gentlemen. However, it's an ending diagonal because this fourth wave finished in the price territory of the first and secondary wave. What does it mean? The trend to the upside is weaker, all right, and that increases the probabilities that the fifth wave, the final fifth wave, will be truncated. That means it will not go above the previous high, all right, so it can finish lower than the previous high. The fifth wave can be truncated, so definitely upon more confirmations we will go more and more aggressively based on our strategy and trading tactics inside of ParadiseFamilyVIP into long exposure, alright? And definitely if we will go aggressive and we will start pumping to the upside, we will be taking stop losses to break even or taking some profits once we again hit this resistance at around $116,000, but we will definitely be looking for a potential upward movement even to this resistance level, which is basically at around $122,000. It will nicely confluence with retesting these Fibonacci retracement levels and also retesting deeply this channel and having a proper reclaim, right? Upon confirmations, definitely. So on the 4-hour time frame, because of this bullish divergence, because we know that the shorts are right now trapped right here, we might be looking for some short positions. I cannot reveal you too much info, right? But definitely I'm not shorting on medium time frame. I'm looking for bullish trading opportunities. That's what I can tell you, right? So definitely I do expect that with the highest probability we will start pushing to the upside, either to this resistance right here, or we might go even further towards this resistance. Once we hit this and we will start seeing some weakening, whales will be selling, etc. We will be starting to look for shorting opportunities because we will be expecting that the third wave is going to start, right? I'm talking about third wave right here. So ladies and gentlemen, right now, Paradisers, you know exactly what we are looking on the medium time frame. The medium time frame is bullish. I'm definitely not shorting this support zone right here. We'll be waiting for shorting opportunities on the medium time frame right here or right here, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So this is the preferred price action from the 4-hour time frame. On the low time frame chart, we know that we have concluded the expanding triangle that I've been updating you in the previous video. So the expanding triangle is usually visible where at the fourth waves of an impulse or the ending diagonal where we are right now at, right? So the C wave is basically an ending diagonal. All of the waves are corrective mode waves. That means also the fourth wave needs to be a corrective mode wave, and usually the fourth wave is a triangle, some kind of formation of a triangle. In this case, it seems like it's an expanding triangle. So right now we will have another corrective mode wave to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. Probably it's going to be a zigzag, but I'm looking for some weakening confirmations and also completion of the pattern. So as you already know, the corrective mode waves are 9 patterns, and one of these patterns can be formed inside of that 5th wave. Once it's done, ladies and gentlemen, on the 1 hour time frame, we will be looking for shorting opportunities right as well. As you can see right now, it beautifully stopped at our descending trend line. I have been sharing with you, it's gonna stop at the descending trend line. We have taken that from analyzing these 2 points, taken them together, we have created this beautiful descending trend line. Afterwards, I have been able to extend it, right? And it beautifully stopped, the E wave beautifully stopped exactly there. So the expanding triangle that is subdividing itself into 5 smaller waves, A, B, C, D, E, with the highest probability finished right here. So on the 1 hour time frame, at this moment, I'm not looking for shorting, I'm looking definitely to be a bull, all right? So I'm waiting for a bullish opportunities. That's what I can tell you in this video that I'm recording for you for free. I hope you are enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button if you are getting some value. So right now, with the highest probability, ladies and gentlemen, if this descending trend line is going to hold, ladies and gentlemen, and we will start recovering above this resistance, turning it back into a support, we are starting a formation of that 5th wave. With the highest probability, it might be a zigzag and it might be truncated. That means it will not go above the previous high right here, or it might extend, and in that case I do believe that this resistance area will be holding, which is nicely confluencing with the previous time frames that I have been talking about, $120 to $122,000. So we are waiting with ParadiseFamilyVIPs for conclusion of the corrective mode 5th wave. Once that's done, ladies and gentlemen, we will be looking for a short exposure also on low time frame chart. But at the moment, the low time frame chart, the 1 hour time frame is bullish, all right? The 4 hour time frame as well bullish. On daily time frame, we are waiting for shorting opportunities, same way as on weekly. Thank you for watching. I will see you again on Thursday. Cheers.